Good day, my name is Reem Aljabary from the Islamic University. Today I want to talk about the style of redundancy. In this presentation, I'm going to focus on three topics. The first one is the definition of redundancy and how to translate it. Then we will have some examples of redundancy. The definition. Redundancy is the use of unnecessary extra words to express something. It is a long, boring way of using, instead of one word, two or more words to express an idea. How to translate redundancy? There are two ways to translate redundancy. The first one is to avoid and eliminate redundancy in the sentence. And the second one is to translate it in a redundant style. The style of redundancy is regarded as a bad style of writing, but in a translation, it has to be reflected for two main reasons. Why I should reflect the redundancy in my translation? First, because redundancy may have an important function. It may be used in a sentence to emphasize an idea, to contrast an idea, to reflect bad style or poor language, or to reflect hesitation, or so on. The second reason because redundancy is a part of the translator's faithfulness of the source language text. As a translator, my job is not just to change the source text. Instead, I maintain the style of the source text. So a bad style is translated to a bad style, and a good style is translated to a good style. Let's have some examples of redundancy. The first one, as a matter of fact, to say the truth, I have to say it frankly, I'm not interested in your offer. The three expressions, as a matter of fact, to say the truth, and I have to say it frankly, are words that have the same meaning and can be replaced by one of them. We replace the three expressions in the first translation by saying في حقيقة الأمر أنا غير مهتم بعرضك. But in the second translation, we maintain the redundancy and say في حقيقة الأمر بالحقيقة علي أن أقولها بصراحة أنا غير مهتم بعرضك. In the second translation, we reflect the hesitation on the sentence by the redundancy. The second example, the economic policy of the new government is unacceptable, completely, categorically, and in part and in two. The three expressions, completely, categorically, and in part and two, are alternatives, can be considered as alternatives, and they can be replaced by one of them by saying السياسة الاقتصادية للحكومة الجديدة غير مقبولة برمتها. But this is unacceptable, this is a good translation, but it does not have the idea of emphasizing that this policy is not acceptable. Instead, in the second translation, we maintain this idea by saying السياسة الاقتصادية للحكومة الجديدة غير مقبولة كلياً ومطلقاً وجملة وتفصيلاً. So the second translation has the idea of emphasizing. The third example, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I would like to thank the chairman for giving me the floor at last, having been waiting for an hour or so. The redundancy here make it a long, boring start, so we can eliminate it in the translation by saying سيداتي وسادتي أشكر الرئيس على إعطائي الكلمة. It is a good sentence with a good style, but by translating it in this way, we miss an important part of the meaning, which is the idea that the speaker is not satisfying with the chairman because the chairman is ignoring the speaker for a long time. So we can translate this idea by saying سيداتي وسادتي، أولاً وقبل أي شيء أود أن أشكر الرئيس على إعطاء الكلمة الأخيرة بعد انتظاري حوالي ساعة تقريبا. The fourth example, that member of parliament is a hardliner, a militant. He always leads, launches attacks on the government, its supporters and followers. He is the chairman, the leader of the group in the parliament. In this text, redundancy is function as a self-correction. The speaker used the second words to correct himself. He feels that the second words are more appropriate in this context. In a translation, we can omit the first word and directly use the second words like this. عضو البرلمان ذاك متطرف، إنه دائما يشن هجوما على الحكومة وأتباعها، فهو زعيم مجموعة في البرلمان. Or we can translate it as in the redundant style that it is used in the source sentence by saying عضو البرلمان ذاك متشدد متطرف، إنه دائما يقود يشن هجوما على الحكومة ومؤيديها أتباعها، فهو رئيس زعيم مجموعة في البرلمان. That's it. Thank you for listening.